Subscribe for more. Full episodes released Wednesdays.
So you became quite popular in your 20 years there, right? You were actually on a show, like a television show, correct?
Yes. That was okay. So the story behind that was when I opened my clinic in Peru, I thought, great, I'm offering something amazing. It's going to be full before I know it. I'm there after 4 weeks, sort of going, oh, what's going on here? I've only got one or two people a day coming in. What do I do? So I did a press release and I invited every child in Peru on mainstream television to come and have a spinal examination. And my clinic went basically 0 to 60 or 70 people a day, predominantly kids. But then after that, it normalized around 30 to 40. And from that time onwards, being on television regularly was a really important part of the way that I could get to people and educate them. Not only very rarely it was about chiropractic as such, because people don't really want to know about chiropractic. They want to know about what they're suffering from, what you offer, in terms that they'll understand, and then you'll have the chance, typically on your report of findings or the second visit, to go deeper on chiropractic. But, I'd be on television over the years talking about, high heels with women, heavy handbags, sleeping positions, I guess the correct way to do housework, predominantly women's programs. So they're women's themes, not always, but often. And on the back of that, so I was on television, diversity programs almost weekly in Peru
Wow.
and Brazil. And I'm going to go back to Brazil next week and there'll be a couple of programs I'll go on Brazil. So it's been
Wow.
something for years now, but this also came at the same time of me as a young chiropractor going, hang on, there's a reason for that sciatica. There's a reason for that headache. And when you just take a little bit time, a little bit longer to investigate the cause of that, and you realize, oh, hang on, the person's got right-sided pain and they're doing a right-sided activity at work, or they're sleeping face down or whatever. I
Mhm,
started to just note down the cause of every
mhm.
problem, every symptom that was coming in. And off that, I wrote a book. And that book was it's called The Secret of the Healthy Spine. It's actually in English, but I wrote it first in Portuguese and I wrote in Spanish, and English came 10 years later.
Hmm.
And that book is what actually got me on to that opportunity to present that program at Fox, because they wanted to do this television program interviewing about doctors and health problems. And I just turned up to be a consultant, a spinal consultant. And I used my book as a portfolio, I guess, and got the job as a presenter.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that we shouldn't take that lightly because here you are in another country, not even having that language as your, like language you're born with. And I will say that I don't know, don't you think sometimes it's like you were there at the right time, at the right place, with the right momentum, like with the right energy, and then things explode, right?
Yeah. Yeah, really good point. I think I'm like many other people that we don't stop to, I won't say pat ourselves on the back, but like look at what we've done and what we've achieved. And one of the things I know that I've done is touched thousands of lives in South America, both in Peru and Brazil, whether it be directly, whether it be the university program that I helped set up in Brazil. That was the first chiropractic graduate program in Latin America
Wow.
that we helped set up. So I worked with a lot of those students and who turn into
Mm,
clients. So indirectly, they're going to affect people's lives. So I've indirectly helped those people's lives as well. Plus the opportunity to educate on television, on radio, and those ways. So
yeah.
it's a beautiful thing to be able to be passionate about something, and not necessarily chiropractic. It could be health or anything, but also have the means of educating people in regards to how it can change their lives.
Thank you so much for listening. If you've enjoyed this podcast, would you please rate it, review it, like, or subscribe? You can find me on social media at watchyourwellness.com, Dr. Stephanie Wattier on Instagram, or Watch Your Wellness Chiropractic and Massage on Facebook. And I'm so curious where your next conversation will take you.